the best of times and it was the worst of times. Here we are. In what seems like about a month and a half. The Chief and Ray and I were talking about it earlier tonight. Time flies when you're having fun. And I must confess that over the years, in the practice of law and in working on the bench, I did have the good fortune of an enjoyable run. But as Richard was talking about the case that we had in front of Judge Buchanan, by the way, the motion for new trial was denied this morning by Chief Judge Bill. I thought of another case, and the case involved, it was really the same group of gamblers. We had this case in Eastern District years ago, which John Priebus prosecuted, and Judge Robert Kirstone adjudicated. And we won the case. We got a wiretap suppressed on the basis of a Court of Special Appeals decision that was then reversed by the Court of Appeals. Well, Judge Priebus, a very resourceful guy, got Milton Allen, our former boss, to sign an order sending all of the evidence over to federal court, where these guys were indicted in federal court. And if we'd lost the case in the district court of Baltimore City, our clients would have paid about $100, I guess, and a modest counsel fee. By the time the case got adjudicated in federal court, in front of the Honorable Frank Kaufman, I know how long that takes. At least the lawyers made some money on it. There was an incident involving Richard. I'll mention it. There was a scheduling conflict problem in Judge Kaufman's court. He's trying to get this stuff straightened out. And Richard had a problem that he wanted to bring to Judge Kaufman's attention. And every time Richard tried to do it, Judge Kaufman said, "Mr. Karceski, you're always in obstructions. Nothing is ever right with you. Everything's a problem." So it goes on and on. He finally schedules the case for a certain point. And then he says to Richard, "Mr. Karceski, tell me what it is you wanted to say." Richard says, "No, I won't." At which point Richard was ordered under contempt of court what he wanted to say. And it was the court reporter in the state case won't have the transcript ready in time for this hearing. So Judge Kaufman said, "Well, why didn't you tell me that?" This was another event at which I was absent while I was in the case. I was trying a case in the city, and I came over later. And Judge Kaufman was involved in a different case. And he said, "Come up to the bench, Mr. Murphy." And I said, "Yes, Your Honor." And he said, "Everything is fine. Everything's straightened out. We had a nice hearing. Everything went very smoothly." And I called Richard from the payphone. "Who told you what happened?" So we've had our laughs and good times, I guess, and bad times. But I thoroughly enjoyed my service as a lawyer. I thoroughly enjoyed my service on the circuit court and on the Court of Special Appeals and on the Court of Appeals. And I'm so glad that my colleagues on those courts are here tonight. Joanne and I have been very, very fortunate. Myself, more than her, and the sacrifices that she made, particularly when I was in private practice, and thereafter when I was on the bench, helped me to provide legal service to the clients I had the good fortune to represent. The there's a special presentation I would like to make tonight before we conclude this, and that is to Barbara Schuler. This is a governor's citation presented to Barbara in recognition of her years of service to the district court, to the circuit court, to the Court of Special Appeals, and to the Court of Appeals. If Barbara isn't the only person who has provided service on all levels other than the judges, and Chief Judge Bell and Judge Dale Caffel, who are here tonight, two of the four judges, and Clayton Green is here tonight. I have three of the four judges with us who have served on all levels of the judiciary. If Barbara isn't the only person who has provided service, non-judicial service, to all four of those levels, she is one of the very, very few who have not. So Barbara, I present you with the governor's citation in recognition of your wonderful service on all of the courts, and I thank you personally. Okay, it's time to close this down now so everybody can mingle and say hello to one another and speak to one another. You know, we are so very, very fortunate, I think, those of us in the practice of law in Maryland, on the bench in Maryland, that we have such a strong bar and such, I think, a very strong bench. I am so very honored tonight by the presence of each and every one of you. I thank you so very, very much, and look forward to future interaction and encounters with you. I think my transition back into practice off the bench will be an easy one. After all, I've been bossed around by Joanne since 1966. I've been bossed around by Barbara since 1997. And I guess I will be bossed around by my daughter for the immediate future. I can take it, and I look forward to being bossed around. Thank you very much.